Check this.
Hello, this is Socially Triggered, and this video is going to be about why socialism always fails. I kind of want to get more into why intrinsically socialism will fail. And the reason is actually because it demands equality. And I'll explain that in a story. If you think of the story of two men, and if you think of two men, it's very hard to find two men that are exactly the same intelligence, exactly the same strength, exactly the same age, exactly the same whatever, like just a list of features. But let's imagine two men, and the only difference between these two men is one is 20% stronger than the other, just a little bit stronger than the other guy. So imagine that they have the task of clearing rocks. They have to move rocks from one side and push them over to another side of some field. Okay? They just have to, that's their job. Now, because one man is slightly stronger than the other, what will end up happening, even if they work equally hard and they work equal number of hours, the outcome will be that one man, because just sheer strength, he'll be able to carry more, he'll be able to lift heavier rocks, whatever. He'll be able to carry and do more, about 20% more. So after a day's work, one man will have done more work by about 20% more than the other guy. Well, now then you say, well, okay, is that fair? One guy did more work than the other one, but they're going to be paid the same. So you would say, well, that's not fair. They should be paid based on their merit, right? Or based on some kind of fairness. Well, in a socialist system, they get paid the same. Now, after a while, the one that is clearing 20% more, he'll say, well, I shouldn't have to work and do more than this other guy. So maybe I'll just do a little bit less. I won't work as hard. So he'll slack off and he will do 20% less. And they'll have equal outcome. They'll both achieve the same result. The same amount of rocks will be cleared. But then what will end up happening is, let's say the guy said, in order to do that less work, he takes like naps or something. He doesn't work for 20% of the time. He takes breaks. Well, the guy that was working the whole time, he was working 100% of the time, but he just wasn't as strong. He'd be like, well, hey, this guy's taking breaks, and it's so unfair. It's so unfair that he gets to take breaks and I don't. And then they'll say, well, okay, that's not fair either. So what ends up happening is there's always going to be something where one man will be complaining about the other because they're just not the same people. There's no way they can do the same work. In a capitalist system, you get paid based on your performance in terms of the value that you bring to the job. Now, we are not gifted with the same talents or same abilities, but we at least can earn what we deserve. Within a socialist system, our talents don't matter. It doesn't matter that we're stronger or more hardworking or whatever, because at the end of the day, you get paid the same as everybody else. In a true socialist system, there is no money even. So everybody gets equal share, even though they might not contribute equally. And that's why a socialist system will fundamentally fail, because we have a sense of intrinsic fairness, where if we do as much as our fellow man, we expect to be paid equally. But if we do more, if we contribute more, then we expect to receive more from our efforts. So this is why socialism always fails, because people are just not equal. So one of the things that socialists will push is the concept that people are equal. And that's why you'll hear things where they push the concept of equality. And we have to reject it. Equality is not a real thing. We're not the same. We're not equal. Some are better than others. We all have different talents. And we have to recognize this fact. And the only way to achieve true fairness in our society is to pay people and to compensate people based on the merit and on what they provide, the value that they bring. So I hope you enjoyed this short story. And this is why I think socialism will always fail. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye for now.
Check this.